Sir. Was good. I don't know why it says one second. I think it was having disabled by video. I don't know what that means. Hey, what's going on, chat? How you guys doing? What do you guys think of what do you guys think of this new season, this new update? You guys like it? I think it's been pretty like positive in the community about this. I feel like most people are actually enjoying. These are the only places I've been to so far. Let's go back to retail. But how you guys feeling about season? Hey, it was good, Chumley, my boy. My boy Chumley. A little different. I think they made the what's it called? They're making you use that new aim assist, which is kind of goofy. I'm not a fan. I don't think most people are not a fan of it. What's it called? Because I put on the the legacy, like when you can use the old settings, and for whatever reason I can't even use edit mode aim assist, even though it says it's on. Alright, hold up. Ouch. Turn off my fan. Oh, there we go. Dude, I literally hate standing up. If you guys don't already know, I got surgery on my foot a couple days ago, and literally I don't know what they put on my foot, but I keep losing the circulation. Foot freaking hurts. I put like a splint on it or something. Keep it straight. I literally can't feel my toes. Ouch. Oh, here we go. I was popping off earlier. I had one game where I landed retail and I got like 7 kills off the spawn. Something crazy. Kind of sucks when this update came out. You had to like redo all your settings. Cause like on my like for my binds, I don't have anything for edit or not edit. I don't have anything for emotes, so I put it on my keyboard. But I gotta rebind. Yeah, I just put on what's it called? What you're talking about? Confirm on release. Yeah, man, I noticed that too. My FPS has been just terrible on this new update. Yeah, I'm with you there. I think a few other people I saw, I think, what's his name? Face Thieves was complaining on Twitter about the FPS. Like, my FPS, especially late game, like, the drop is crazy. I feel like I'm playing on console or something. Yeah, my like FPS right now my FPS is like 130. Like that's crazy. Usually it's like the lowest I like last season, the lowest I ever saw was about 180. Now I'm getting like 130, 150. I don't know. Hopefully they. Cause I'm still on the. I didn't change anything about my visual settings, so I don't know why the FPS is just so goofy. Maybe they'll end up changing, or maybe it's just like a bug or something. Hopefully. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of football. I don't watch too much. I got a lot of friends that do like fantasy football and stuff. Not a fan. Not a fan. Yeah, my foot's getting a little bit better. I had surgery on my ankle on it was like 4 days ago. And it's definitely got a lot better, but like I said, I don't know the splint they put on it, or it's like they keep it in place, but it keeps me. I literally can't feel my toes. It keeps like cutting off circulation. I kind of don't like how I didn't realize till like a couple games in, but they took out the jump pads. Took them out of the game. Let's go saucy. No, I don't think they're gonna move creative. Oh, I freaking flipped it. Even without all like the movement and stuff, people are still dying pretty quick. Maybe it's just because of solos, but I feel like people are still dying pretty quick in the games. So like my stream Minecraft anytime soon. That game's actually pretty. That game's actually pretty fun. I played a little bit a couple of days ago. I was grinding my survival world. I'm actually kind of good at Minecraft. No cap. Let's see if I can grab this drop. I don't even know where the guy that was shooting at me was at. I don't think it was the guys over here. Yeah, my FPS is mad goofy. I'm not going. I don't even have that many mats. Screw it though. Dude, you're a slimy at the bottom. Dang, I really just shook that. Bro, this guy's just a box camper. Trash. There we go. Dude, I literally was just box camping. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Alright. I was actually a little bit faster. I would have went back for the med kits if I was sort of in Zorn. Yeah, I just put on the what's it called? Edit, confirm on release or whatever it's called. I put it on like a couple of games ago. I'm still getting used to it. I think it's really good. Yeah, dude. Everyone's having a bad FPS. Everybody out here struggling. So I thought like you're a gym cheater. Do I think the battle pass is worth buying? I think I heard somebody talking about like those good pickaxes in the battle pass or something like that. But there's a few good skins. I'm personally not gonna buy it. Save my $10. I'm gonna buy my sandwich. Made the most fire ham and cheese sandwich. I'm telling you, that's literally the best sandwich, ham and cheese. Maybe a chicken teriyaki too. Top 2. Mad good. I just had a massive build fight. God dang. I'm 18. I'm fun as kid. I hate this new. I'm telling you, this new aim assist is so goofy. Oh my. Bro, this dude is cranking 90s. Look at this dude. He just burned like 300 materials. Man, that kid above me like threw me off. Yeah, I had to spam this kid. I feel like my building is like slightly delayed. I don't know if you guys experienced that, but I feel like some builds are like slightly. Slightly off. New aim assist. They took well on the new aim assist. You can't even have the edit mode aim assist, which I think they're forcing you to use it because I have it on. So I'm on the old settings. I have it on, but can't use it. So I think they're forcing you to use the new aim assist. But the thing is, if I use a new aim assist, I'll definitely change up my sensitivity. Might jack up my editing or something. I don't know. That's goofy because I really like. I think most better controller players, or a lot of pros, use the edit mode aim assist because it was just like a lot easier to edit with. And also the aim assist was really snappy. Like the way it is now, you get like a further zoom, so it's like better for tracking. But it's just not as good. Like you're just not gonna hit more shots. Maybe at long range. But I think at long range, I mean I held 2 spam either way. Like my frames right now. Oh, I didn't even realize that was the last guy. I thought there was still more. GG's. GG's. I think they're probably scanning. Can you fix a zoomed in screen? I never had that issue. I don't know. Like, do you play on PC or do you play on console or? I don't know what you play on. Once I click on this. Yeah, dude, I haven't had that issue. I wouldn't. Fortunately, would not know how to help you there. I'm trying to see what. Things are making you. Exponential, I guess. See, I want to use a legacy, but if you do, you don't. Like, they force you not to be able to use legacy. If that makes sense. That's so whack. I guess I could just. I don't know. You're pretty much just forced to use this garbage. Edit mode. Might as well just jack this one up. Check out the editing. Alright, let's give it a try. That's the only reason I used the other, whatever it's called. I used the old settings, so I had the edit mode aim assist, but apparently you can't have that anymore, so what's the point? What's the point? I couldn't get that one. Big bets. Alright, let's actually drop at a different location. Let's drop, I'm gonna go Pleasant this game. Let's go Pleasant this game. I honestly haven't even been to Pleasant yet. God dang, I guess you can see the people's levels. That kid's level 30, bruh. That man played since the morning. No life. That's crazy. So I'm only level 5. You're level 30. Like, god dang. Appreciate it, Chan. Yeah, I don't know why yours is zoomed. I'm not sure. Not sure, man. Hopefully they work out the couple bugs that are in the game. Like, my FPS is just in the dumpster. I don't even know if I see anybody either. I definitely like the graphics though, but if it costs at more FPS, I'm not a fan. I think I'm the only one who landed here. I'm surprised. Actually, not that far off the zone. I'm also might play a little bit of the new COD when it comes out. When is it comes out? The 25th? 10 days? Weekend 3 days? I might play a little bit of that. I'm usually pretty good at COD, but Infinity Ward CODs I'm not as good at. All the Black Ops CODs I'm a lot better. I don't know why. Maybe the mechanics are a little bit different. Who knows? You didn't show that I guess there's an upgrade bench now? It's fire. I think I got good enough loot. I'm gonna start pushing more people. I don't remember how many kills I had last game. I think I had like 8. 7 or 8. Let's go pushing people. Yeah, I got my first win too the first game I played. That went on a little bit of a losing streak, but first game I played, I ended up winning that game. I landed at Retail Row first game, I remember that. I think the bus was going like that direction. Like my FPS is going down to like 120. About 120, 130. Big yikes. Big yikes. See about the Battle Pass bundle? There's actually some good stuff in the Battle Pass. I just chose not to get it. There's actually definitely some good stuff in there. It's good finesse. Jeez. Turn down a little bit. Alright, let's throw this down to like the... There's no edit mode aim is. That's why it's so whack. Oh, love this game. Gotta love it. Wonder where everybody's at. Can't find nobody. Bro, this kid's teaming in a solo, bro. Oh my. Go, this game's gonna trigger me, dude. Look at this kid. Man, this new aim assist is honestly like so infuriating. It's just so bad. Like it's literally a nerf. It's literally an aim assist nerf. It's so bad. I can't even edit either. Frame drop. Oh my goodness. First graphics of the map is pretty good. Everything else is kind of duke. I think that was the kid that was shooting at me. He's shooting at them now. Yeah, you can't really change it back to old settings anymore. You can't really. Like, this new aim is just so bad. Like, look, you can't hit a shot. God, this kid was put like a little pussy. Little soy boy. Get him out of here, coach. Bro, how many grenades this guy got? Bro, look at this guy cranking. I'm literally dead. I got no materials. Oh my goodness. Out of mats. God, they get for like 20 like twice. That's unfortunate. Oh, dude. I'm not liking this game, to be honest. Oh my god. Like, they keep like messing up like the game. Like, I swear, like every time, dude. Every season. Always throw some trash in the game. Like changing up the aim is like I don't even know. It doesn't even make sense to me, dude. I don't know. It literally doesn't make sense to me. Like why change up the aim assist? Change up the aim assist. You change up the frames. Oh my head, chat. My head. Literally hurts from Epic Games. I mean, like, look at this. Look at this. Edit mode aim assist. Turn it off. Turn it back on. And like you still don't get it. Like it's not even like it's a false setting. Like you don't actually get edit mode aim assist. It's just like. Also, I'm telling you, bro. Like Epic Games, like they troll. Like they put this in the game, but like it's unusable. Unusable. They're trolling. That's it. Dude. This aim assist is so bad. Oh, this game is so good. Best game I ever played. Dude, I freaking my foot. I look. Can I? My toes are literally dead. Can't even feel my toes. Freak. Kind of like the little medals that they give you. Those are pretty cool. Dude, I'm just bad. Freaking A, mate. I think I had like 20 HP too. I feel you, brother. Nah, positivity doesn't change aim though. Doesn't change aim. Oh man. If they change something that's been in the game or implemented in the game since it started, I'm gonna complain. Have to. Have to. Oh, this is... Thing is, I don't use these new settings are trash. God, dude, if they would just like not change stuff up, that'd be like the greatest thing. The thing that just sucks is that they make all these good changes and then they make like one thing, or like every season. So they do one thing that just like destroys everything good that they just did. Like there's an entire new map and like everything's good, and then they just like they force you, because I think it's just an embarrassment by Epic Games, because they make this new aim assist and then they go through all the trouble to make new settings, and then nobody used it. So I feel like they got embarrassed, so they're forcing people to use it because they spent all this time working on something that nobody liked. I don't know. That's my prediction. Because literally nobody used the new settings. Everyone used the old settings, like all the good players. Because the aim assist was trash. And I feel like Epic Games got a little butthurt that nobody used their stuff. So they're forcing people to use it now. I don't know, people got excited because they called it a buff on aim assist, but it's actually a nerf. It's a heavy nerf. Like, I don't know, like Epic Games be putting all these changes into the game. It's like really making me want to go keyboard and mouse. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. The other thing that doesn't get, like, keyboard and mouse, like, is the one thing that doesn't like get changed. Because it's just keyboard and mouse. Not really anything you can change about it. Why not hit, bro? I stay hidden for 20 damage, I swear. Like, even since like season 6, like when they had that update that lasted like 2 days because it was so bad, where they nerfed aim assist. Like, it blows my mind, dude. I don't know why they keep changing these things. It's broken, cuz. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I think that's the one complaint everyone has. Like, they keep making things that are like too changed. They keep trying to like do stuff that like they're doing too much. If that makes sense. Like, if the game is just simple, I think it'd be more enjoyable. But I think they did make it a lot more simple without the vehicles and stuff. Like, even still, they keep making like changes that like it's not even like a small like adding a weapon. They like change like the whole aim assist. Like, they change the whole. They're taking out edit mode aim assist. That pretty much like they're taking out things that almost everybody used. Which doesn't make seems illogical to me. It's like every season you have to like relearn the game. I feel like. Like, if you're not good with planes, you don't have a chance. If you're not good with the mechs, you don't have a chance. Oh no, cuz. My 2 cents. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know why they took out the edit. Like, they still have it in the settings, but you just can't use it. Like it's like a troll. Like it's there, but you can't do anything. The thing is, I know it's not just a bug. Bro, this kid is spamming. Oh, I'm literally out of ammo, dude. I can't even shoot this kid down. I don't know what kind of play this dude was trying to pull off on me. Some sleazy. I'm about to post a settings video tomorrow. I'm gonna check out some other things on the settings, see what I like. So I keep changing stuff up, man. I swear. I feel like Epic, they just need to add stuff, not like change stuff. If that makes sense. I think that'd be more beneficial. I'm honestly a fan of the new set, of the new graphics. I kind of like it. Let's go. Yeah, you can't use the old aim assist anymore with the, yeah, I don't know, like you can't even use, the thing is the aim assist is so different, like you can't, it's not snappy anymore, it's like, it's better for tracking, but the thing is tracking's irrelevant after you shoot your first shot because you already have bad bloom, so it's pretty much irrelevant. Unless you have like, it's easier to track, I mean I'll give you that, but I mean, it's kind of pointless when you have bloom that's so... Not so much. I think the medium range I guess would be good. That was good, Shadow. Oof. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like they do. I feel like they really do want everybody to be on like a learning curve. I don't know, maybe that's just like attract new players in the game. I don't know, but it really seems like that, to be honest. Seems like that's the wave. Oh, I thought I had more HP than I did, dude. What am I doing? What am I doing? I need to stop playing so bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, that's such an easy fight to win. Yikes, dude. So you noticing the skill difference in the enemies since I don't know, it's kind of 50. Like when I played duos, I did. I don't know if I have it in. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they do try to appeal to everyone, but the problem with that is like you like especially like how it is now. Like I've been playing the game for I don't know, like 11 seasons, 10, 11 seasons, or how many there are. So I've been playing the game hard since like season 2. So I've been playing the game for 10 seasons, but they keep changing things to like it's basically irrelevant because they keep changing things so much that even though I played since then, it doesn't. Like, I'm not wrecking lobbies. Like, I used to be dropping consistent 20 bombs, but I can't do that anymore. Like I haven't dropped a 20 bomb in like months. Like it's just impossible. They keep adding things that make it impossible to pub stomp. Which is the only thing I do enjoy. Which is kind of boring though, because like I don't want to play competitive, especially because I didn't have a chance. I'm on controller. If you look at the World Cup, maybe like one person was on controller at the World Cup, maybe one. Like it's just like what's the point? Like the only thing that I want to do is pub stomp. But the thing is, I can't pub stomp because I keep changing up the game. Like you used to be able to go into solo squads and like have at least have a chance. Like it wasn't hard. Like, it was mad hard, but like you had a chance, right? But now, like, if you went to a solo squad last season against mechs, like you literally you already know it's impossible, and especially because they put skill based matchmaking, like it's literally impossible to drop high kill games. Like it's not even like it's hard. It's like it's literally impossible. Which basically I'm kind of dead because especially for like me, like I go into the game knowing I can't drop a high kill game. Like it's literally impossible. It doesn't matter how good I play or what I do. Like I'm just not gonna outcompete, 15 or 20 above average keyboard and mouse players. Like it's just impossible. As I'm saying, I don't want competition. Like, if I want competition, I'll play arena. Like, I used to play a lot of competitive Black Ops 2, and like that was fun because like the whole purpose was for it to be competitive. They're like when I'm in pubs, like I'm just trying to wreck a bunch of little Timmies and little Johns. Like, that's all I want to do. I just want to just destroy these like little 9-year-olds. Like I want them to quit the game. I want them to quit the game. So I trash them so bad. Like I ain't giving little Timmy a little, participation trophy. He didn't get it from me. For me. The only thing he's getting is me dropping a fat 100 bomb on Call of Duty and an Xbox message telling him he's trash. That's what little Timmy gets from me. He gets no love. Easy claps. But I don't know. Like I don't know why it is the way it is. Well, I probably have a good reason. It has more to do with. Like I get, if you get trashed every game, you're probably eventually gonna leave the game. But like the thing is, like that's not the problem. I feel like that's more of an internal problem than an external. Because especially in a game like this, it's not like you're playing like a basketball game and you're 15 years old and you're playing against a bunch of people who are in their 30s. Like that's just not fun because like. You just don't have a chance. But if it's like a video game where everyone, especially like in this game, there's no cosmetic differences. Like it's just your fault. I feel like it's just a growing society of a bunch of, especially in the Western. I don't know. It's probably all over. You just have a growing Western society of a bunch of, soft pussies telling their little kids that that they can be a winner without trying. That they're born a winner. So they get entitled, and once they lose, and they don't get the little dopamine hit. For getting a kill, then they end up quitting the game because they think they're a winner The thing is, they're not winning at all. They're just diluted. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just going off on nothing. But I feel like that's what the main issue is. Everyone thinks they're a winner for just existing. Automatically makes them, you know, a winner, and everyone has to cater to them. Everyone has to cater to that. I don't know, man. I don't know. IDK. He said that's kind of rude. I mean, that's just how it is, man. Like, like, the thing is, anything that's truthful is not gonna sound good. If that makes sense. I mean, I can sit here and sugarcoat. Just say everyone's, you know, everybody's a winner. Everyone's, you know, everyone deserves a trophy. The thing is, like, what does that, like, what does that get you? That just gives, like, if you give a whole soccer, so if you tell a kid a whole life that they don't have to do anything and they're already a winner, what's gonna happen is, like, they're gonna get older, and then, you know, they get into, like, the job market, or they get into, like, the real world, and then they realize that they're not winners. That you can't just show up and then you automatically get a six-figure. Like, you have people going to college now. You have these millennials going to college in their liberal arts degrees and their gender studies degrees, trying to get a six-figure job. Like that's what happens when you have a group of people that's been told their whole life they're winners. Like I get if they're like. Actually, no, I don't know. I get if they're young, but I mean, it's still at the same time, like, you're conditioning them to, like, you're giving them false hope, because they're gonna have to learn one way or the other. You know what I mean? That's what I gotta say. Ps4. I heard chest. Let's see what it's at. Honestly, man, I'm just gonna tell the truth. I'm tired of this little sugarcoat PC world we live in. Like, anything truthful is apparently hate speech. You can't say anything that's truthful. Like you even, like, I don't know if you guys are probably not even aware, but there's literally channels getting banned on YouTube for hate speech because people disagree with them. Literally, that's it. No, like, they shut them down, banned. Like, I had a channel that I watched a lot. You know, he exposed, like, a lot of truth about stuff, and, you know, he's got taken down because you can't speak bad about anything anymore. Like, if you say anything that disagrees with anybody's, you know, quote unquote truth, you know, it's hate speech. You deserve to get, you know, shut down, which is a problem because there's no freedom of speech anymore. Like, that's just a myth. And you can't say whatever you want. I gotta get to zone. So this is Richard, but what do you say? The kids cry. Like, what do you mean by that? Talking about, like, in a game? Like, I'm not saying free speech. I'm not saying that everything you say is right. Like you can say it. The thing is, like, when it comes to free speech, like, there shouldn't be any laws that make it illegal, or you shouldn't have your channel taken down for something that you say. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the thing is, like, then what's the then what does it come to? If I disagree with you and I take your page down for saying something, then what? Then, like, what's the standard? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the standard? Like, if it's just I disagree with it. Like, obviously, that doesn't mean I agree, and you should be able to, you just, I think you should be able to say whatever you want, but that doesn't, at the same time, I don't think you should just say anything, because there's stuff that, you know, that's, you know, morally wrong, you shouldn't say. Because the thing is, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, who determines what you can say and what you can't say? Like, what's the standard? Like, if it's not free and you can't say whatever you want, which is the way it should be, then, like, who would it, like, then you have, you know, the president or you have someone in a higher standard determining what you can and cannot say. But what if what you're trying to say or cannot say isn't wrong? What if you say a statistic that people are just offended about, and you get your page taken down? Because honestly, that's the way it is right now. You can't speak bad about a lot of things. Lose your job, lose everything you have. It's sad. People actually wanted to be that way. Fortunately, it was good. It was good. It's good. So the majority set rules right and wrong. That's actually not true, because then that's what you're saying is that it's subjective. But then if it's subjective, then who's to say that Hitler killing Jews isn't wrong? Then then how is that wrong? You see what I'm saying? But we all know it's wrong. But why is it wrong? There has to be a set standard other than what we believe. Because at one point in time, like the illustration I can use is at one point in time when slavery was in the United States, there was a lot of people who thought it was right, but that doesn't make it right. You see what I'm saying? Like there has to be a set standard. It can't just be because a lot of people thought slavery. No one today thinks slavery's right in the Western world, in the United States. But back in the day, people thought it was right. But that doesn't make it right. If you see what I'm saying. So there has to be a set standard that goes through any culture, any opinion, anything like that. Is what I'm trying to say. I agree. Skill-based matchmaking is trash. The thing is, it depends on the game. A game like this, or a game like what am I trying to say? A game like COD. I think it's a little unnecessary. If I play one game, Rocket League, I think that game is a lot better with skill-based matchmaking. Depends on the game. No, I'm losing so much HP. What do you mean by the law is good? Like what law? What are you talking about? Okay, it was weak. Yeah, I'll definitely make the video in new settings. For sure, for sure. I'm glad they brought back the P90. I kind of like this gun. It's a little spam machine. Wait, how many rounds does this thing have to clip? I don't even know. 30? This thing only has 30? I'm already maxed out. Dude, oh my. Oh, my head hurts, dude. I'm telling you, chat, I'm struggling to aim, man. Like it's bad. Maybe I just gotta get used to it. I don't know, man. Oh man. I can't wait for Modern Warfare. I can't wait for that game. Wish there was Siphon. I wish, dude. I'd be lit. I'll probably stream for a little bit longer. Hopefully, I got one win. Oh yeah, dude, I freaking loved Ghost Recon. I actually grind that game a little bit. I haven't played a game like a year. And that game is actually mad fun. I enjoyed playing it. I had a few friends that played it too. See, like I can't. I don't know, man. Oh no, man. Yeah, I'm struggling with aim because I don't know how to. What's it called? Like this new edit. It's not even just about like getting used to it. Like it's like the way it works is different, so it's not like it's just not as good. It's just not good. I sent too many sweats the other day. I don't even know. I feel like I've run into too many sweats. It's just the aim, man. Like I can't play. My aim, dude. They can't. Oh, dude. Keep changing up they keep changing up aim assist. They keep changing up like my edit. Can't understand edit mode aim assist. Like they keep changing up the game on me, bro. That's why I can't play. Every season, you know, they throw, you know, they give like a little, you know, add a new map. That's a new location, new gun. Like they'll make it good, and then they'll just throw a curveball, and they're just like, oh yeah, we changed aim assist by the way. Like what? Like what? That doesn't make any sense. You mean just change aim assist? That's busted, dude. I'm telling you. I feel like Epic the Games is the best company to like make a major change and then like act like it's nothing. Like they'll just like they'll put like giant robots in the game like and just say like, oh, we added a new vehicle to the game, like it's nothing, or like, oh, we changed aim assist by the way, just like out of nowhere. It'd be like at the bottom of the patch notes, but it's like the most game breaking change. But they'll just throw it at the bottom like it's nothing. Just hide it under a couple map changes, new weapons, bug fixes, and they'll be like, oh yeah, we added tanks by the way. There's tanks in the game now. I'm telling you, bro, Epic Games does this every season, bro. It's like, come on. Like I just want to have a normal experience, bro. I'm here running away. Guarantee. Might hit me with the headshot. Oh my. Dude, I swear my pumps do not hit for damage. How much do these hit for? Oh, that's why. It's freaking the max damage on this hoe is 80. That's disgusting. Freaking nerf these things. That's why I'm hitting for 20 damage. Like the max damage you hit with the pump is 80. What? My head, chat. My head. I didn't realize that too. They changed up the pump. They used to like. The max damage is 80, bruh. I didn't see that one coming either. No, I kind of like the graphics. The thing that sucks is the FPS drop. The FPS drop is crazy. But I do like the graphics. I finished the sandwich, bro. I don't know how I feel about this game no more. I got on. I was kind of happy because like I thought the game was pretty good. Like the map changes and like the stuff they added was cool, but like the change aim assist, like what? Like you can't even use your old settings anymore, bro. They can't even use edit mode aim assist. I was like, that's kind of major, bro. That's kind of major. Just like no, do it on the rogue. It's nothing. Maybe get console FPS drops. Thanks, man. That's big yikes. Big yikes. From 60 to 40. God, 40 FPS is rough. Yeah, I can't even drop high kill games no more. I used to be the guy for that. I'm telling you, I used to drop those 20s. Like I dropped like 5 or 6 20s a day, easy, eyes closed. I couldn't even dream of doing that. Not even close, mate. Not even close. Say gold pump is back. I saw a purple. I haven't got a gold. I found a purple one though. I only got it from fishing, from like throwing a rod. Shotguns are kind of weak. I don't know. I don't know if it's good no more. Dude, I can't wait till I take this thing off, dude. I have to put it on for another week and a half. Dude, my foot hurts so bad. Like, it's just constant numbness. Like, I literally can't even feel my toes, dude. Like my toes are literally turning purple. It's like no circulation. Oh. They're hurting. You upgrade your weapon with some resources. I guess that's pretty cool. I guess that's pretty cool. How much does this pump do? Oh, 70. Oh, that's gross, mate. Yuck. I got my PC and my my description if you want to see the one I have. Exact one I have. Might as well pop the Medi, I guess. Big yikes. Alright, I think after 75 headshot. Alright, see if we can get some loot. I'm gonna fishing rod in the sea. See if we can get some good stuff. Bazooka. I don't think you can use. I don't think you can use the bazooka on yourself. Like you can use it, but like it drops bandages. I don't think you can use it on yourself. Could be wrong. He's buffering. Might be the internet, brother. Come on, give me some good. Bro, give me ammo. That's a yuck. Give me some good. A rusty can. Oh my. This game is trash. I think you get better loot if you throw it near the fish. Throw at the fish. Oh. We'll take it, baby. Use it on yourself. I don't know why it's buffering. I don't. A YouTube thing. Yeah, they definitely nerf shields, bro. I ain't getting no shields. Nothing. Yeah, you throw it on the fish, you get more. We fishing them all here, baby. I need to go find some loot. I need to get some shield before I challenge this guy. Or guys. However many there. That's crazy. Someone actually left minis. Means they already have max. I can't find none. Our guy has no mats. No. I wanted that kill. Trying to snag it. So, what do you think about the global warming girl? Oh, I actually saw that. I saw a couple of her videos. No way, dude. I'll answer that question in a second. Bro, I can't finish this kid. I hit him again for 20, bro. Oh. Shit, I'm out here struggling. Oh yeah, about that global warming. Dude, I think that's kind of sick that someone would dilute that girl that much to... I mean, I saw she was... I don't even know where she was speaking at. But she got there and she was like crying about how the world was going to end in like 9 years to global warming. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like, people be leading people on about the worst. Like, global warming doesn't even exist, dude. Like, literally, like, if people want to say that, you know, CO2 can increase, like, temperature, then, you know, sure, oh my god, hold on. Then, you know, sure, I'll agree with it. The problem is... Let's go, baby. But the problem is, like, when people talk about the world ending in 9 years, like, global warming, changing temperature is gonna, like, make a bunch of storms and, like, the whole world's gonna get flooded. Like, that's just, like, not true. Like, it's been, like, there's no proof, or even close to proof that that's even a possibility. See, the thing is with global warming, sure, like, you know, for sake of argument, I'll say it exists, and say maybe the world is getting warmer. But the thing is, they're making up what's gonna happen. Like, there's no even close to evidence that, you know, because the world is getting warmer, that, you know, livestock is gonna die. There's gonna be a bunch of floods. There's gonna be a bunch of hurricanes everywhere. 3 times this. Like, that's just not true. There's no evidence of it. There's just no, like, it's just like it's all theories. I mean, back in the if you look at the back of the 1970s, they would probably have said like the world was gonna end by now. And back in the 1970s, they would have said there'd been flying cars by now. Like not even close. Same thing about global warming. There's just no proof. It's just speculation that has there's nothing backing it up. Like, not even, like, it's not even possible. They're just throwing this out there, and then you have people like that, the little girls that, I mean, they're all standing behind a 12-year-old girl. Which just goes to show, I mean, like, they're just, the thing is, like, this leftist media, they're pushing it on these kids, right? Because kids are the most influential people in the world. Like, I mean, you could tell a little 9-year-old kid that Santa Claus exists, and, you know, they'll believe it. Like, you tell a 40-year-old dude that Santa Claus is gonna come down the chimney and give him presents, like, he's not gonna believe that. But you tell a 9-year-old kid, they'll believe it 100%. And the thing is, you have a bunch of politicians that are targeting these little kids and telling them that tell them that the world's gonna end. They're gonna believe it. They're gonna believe it. They're not. There's no questions asked, and, you know, it's just straight emotion. You're telling these kids that the world's gonna end if they don't, you know, drive, you know, cars that are not environmental friendly enough, and they're gonna believe it. And then you're just scaring kids for no reason. It's just disgusting. So that's the whole CO2. Climate change. The thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, even scientists agree that there's what's it called? There's temperature that can go up. I mean, the world has, like, I mean, they even, like, predicted that, you know, that it's possible that the world at one point was mostly covered by ice. Like, so what if the temperature goes up and down? So what if the average temperature goes up? You see what I'm saying? Like, the problem is they're making up what can happen from it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not going to disagree and say, like, that climate change, like, when I say it doesn't exist, like, the results of what they're saying doesn't exist. Like, I'll admit the temperature's going up, but at one point in time the temperature was going down. Like, that, how does that doesn't prove that the world's gonna end in 9 years, and all this and that. That's what's propaganda. That's just scare tactic to try to force people to believe a certain thing. That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir. No matter. It said global warming is an issue and something that needs to be fixed, and ignoring what she says. Okay, say if global warming were to have that kind of issue, right? Okay, say if it were, like, I don't believe it, but say if it were, we can't really do anything, because if you look at the emissions, the United States, I mean, it's like nothing. Because the real problem, if you want to say that CO2 is causing it, or these emissions, fossil fuels, if you want to say that that's causing it, then the problem would be in China. The problem would be in these Middle Eastern countries, because that's the countries that are producing. Because there's no regulation. We have a bunch of regulations. They don't. They have no regulations. They'll do the worst environmental thing possibly, because they don't care. They don't care. I mean, there's areas in those countries that it's so radiated that you can't even live there. You can't even be there because of the way they extract all the resources. So I mean, if you're gonna call it, because even if we did make all the cars electric, because the thing is, even if like it's even proven that vegetarianism or veganism, it's even worse for the environment, because what you have to do to get that takes more resources, takes more fossil fuels than it does to cook a hamburger. To do that, so like so technically we really couldn't fix the problem. Even if we did everything we could, it wouldn't change a thing. It would have to be the regulations in these foreign countries that don't have any regulations at all. That's where the issue would be. There's nothing. To be honest, we couldn't control it. That's a noggin, baby. Said mostly the big companies. No, it's not even big companies. It's like it's foreign companies that don't have regulations, dude. Businesses in the U.S. have crazy regulations. Like, small businesses struggle in the U.S. They've been doing a lot better under President Trump because of the tax code that he's trying to put in. But I mean, if you look at these socialist countries and stuff like that, I mean, that's the problem. That's what the issue is. The ice melting. But the thing is, what's it called? Talking about the ice melting. But like I said, the Earth has periods where when people talk about an ice age, the thing is, the world's not always going to be cold. It's not always going to be warm. It's always going to be changing. It's never going to have a constant. And scientists even admit it's not going to be constant. There's always going to be periods of where it goes warmer and where it goes colder. So even if the world was mostly covered in ice and it's not now, like, so what? I don't really see issues with it. But I think there's far bigger issues than that in the politic realm than just global warming that we really can't even control. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to put crazy amount of taxes on hamburgers. They're trying to put taxes on hamburgers because they're literally they're talking about the Green New Deal, which they couldn't even put in. It's crazy. They're talking about cow farts, how it's leading to crazy global warming. So they need to put taxes on hamburgers. They're just like, what they're trying to do is they're just trying to tax more people. It's not gonna. You're trying to say that putting a tax on hamburgers is gonna make people stop eating meat, become veg. It's not gonna do it. All it is just gonna tax people. It's just gonna. Because the only thing what that side of the government wants, that leftist side, they just want control. That's what they want. They want control of the economy. They want control. That's really what it boils down to. I mean, they'll use global warming. They'll use all these type of things to try to get it. That's what it is. They're trying to tax, because they're not going to be able to just get rid of hamburgers. They're going to try to tax it to where people. I mean, they're trying to tax it so much that people would not. They're trying to control the means of goods. They're trying to make it a socialist economy. But I think it just doesn't work. Socialism has never worked in history. But just try your best. No, but think about these foreign countries. Like, you have to understand, like, their morals they're not the same. Like, you can't put Sharia law in these Muslim countries the same as us. Like they're not nice people. You can't just cooperate with them. It just you can't just cooperate with terrorist countries. You literally can't. It's impossible. Their culture is different. Our culture is very different from these foreign countries that, for lack of better terms, they don't have morals. Their morals are very strict. I mean, how are you gonna cooperate with a country that are, you know, on a lot of Sharia law and they are Muslim extremist? It would be a better place if everyone got along, though. I would agree. But the thing is, it can't work. It's just impossible on a large scale. Call racist. Okay. Because the thing is, like, when I talk about these Muslims, like, people say it's racist if I say anything about Muslims, or like, I'm gonna tell how it is. Like, if you guys ever read the Quran, I mean, it literally says to strike. If your woman is disobedient, to strike her. It literally it tells you to beat your wife. It literally says that. In these countries, the Sharia law, you can beat your wife, and no one in our culture thinks that's okay. I mean, the Quran, you know, says to kill the unbelievers. Like, it's literally what it says. So it would just be ignorant to say that the Muslim religion or the Muslim... I'm not saying that Muslims can't be peaceful. I mean, most of them are. But I'm saying, like, what the book teaches is far from it. And people who do follow that doctrine, they're going to be violent people. They'd just be ignorant to say they're not. No, I don't think we should kill anyone because, oh, dude, I'm kidding. I have no mats. No. The book doesn't say to beat your... No, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the verse. Let's see. I'll prove it. Cause I'm just talking about some real issues. Hold up. I know there's a lot of people that don't really care about like politics or like world problems, but I think it's really important. Hold on. Hold on. I mean, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. Like, it's... If you don't agree, you don't have to. Hold on, me. But then, you know, there's a lot of people that say, well, it's not, you know, it's not in the actual translation. You know, it's not in Arabic, but... Let me find a verse. I'll literally read it. Let me find it. Because, like, what Islam means, they say it means peace, but it really means submission. There's no peace without submission. So if you don't submit to Islam, if you don't submit to it, there's no peace. That's what it means. But let me find the verse. It's only peace with submission. Quran 434. It says in Quran 34. Wait a second. Quran. So many different, like, it's funny, a bunch of Arabic. They literally keep all coming in Arabic. I'm trying to find like a fun. Okay, I'll read it. I'll read it. No, I'll read it. It says, okay, let me land real quick. Let me I mean, there's many different contradictions in the Quran that, you know, it's like there's a lot you could get into, and why it's completely wrong. But I'll read this one after I land. I'm honestly, I like this season, but the thing is, like, it's like the aim assist thing. I wish I had my edit mode aim assist. Okay, okay. Quran. Okay, this is in the Quran, 434. Men are in charge of women, right of what Allah has given to them, has given one over the other, and what is spent for maintenance from their will. So rich women, beating God in the husband. Okay. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them. For if they obey you, seek no means against him. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted and grand. So it says right here, if women do not, if women do not submit to you, you sense arrogance. First advise them, they persist, forsake them in bed, finally strike them. It says strike, which means to hit. I don't know what other strike. I mean, it meant just, you know, going on strike, and that it literally means to beat. The translation of strike is to beat. So right there, that can't be. Like, I'm from a moral perspective, the Quran cannot be true because of that. I mean, if you want to claim that it came out of context, I mean, I don't really know other context it's in. And oof, man, freaking, what did he do? Freaking destroyed all the doctrines except for one of the Quran. I mean, there's too many inconsistencies. That's kind of like a longer discussion. You're saying, but that's after advising him. But it says to beat your wife. I mean, like, I don't know how you can morally justify that. From moral, like, if you want to believe that, I mean, you can. But on a moral level, you can't justify that. You can't say that's the right. So how can a religion of truth say that? It doesn't. Okay, for those of you guys in the chat, what the Quran literally says is for. I'm trying to find a verse so I can actually read it from the Quran itself. But basically, there's a verse in the Quran that says to, if anything doesn't make sense, anything, you know, doesn't align, to look back at previous doctrine. So it's talking about the Bible. The Quran says to look back at the Bible for any misconceptions or anything like that. But the thing is, the Quran contradicts the Bible. So how can, and the Quran came 600 years after the Bible. So how can the Quran be right if it contradicts the Bible, but also at the same time tells you to look at the Bible? It doesn't add up. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. The teachings of Jesus said to, you know, turn the other cheek, to love your neighbor. That just, it has to be morally right, just on a moral level. I mean, that verse alone already says that it can't be right. said there are some women who are very hard to handle, and that's why the verse applies. But that doesn't make it right. I would agree that women in the Western world are very arrogant. I would. I mean, look at these. If you look at the modern women, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They're pretty arrogant. They're pretty. The Western women are just not like they don't want to be women. If that makes sense. It is. I mean, that's a whole other discussion. But the thing is, that doesn't make it right. I would never say to hurt anyone because of it. That doesn't justify. Is what I'm trying to say. That doesn't. Yeah, like a moral level, it's just not right. So I don't see how the Quran can be a truth and can be the right religion if it says that. I mean, Christianity, I can't even freaking talk. Christianity has to be true because just on a moral level, everything it makes sense. It comes from, because the thing with morality and why this proves the existence of God is that morality, without an objective morality, without a set standard, then why not commit murder? Why not do these vile acts? If there's no law, if there's no moral law to say not to do it, because then it'd just be subjective. If you think it's wrong, then it's just subjective. There's no, but we all know it's wrong. So that's where the issue is. So people who say that God doesn't exist, if anyone believes that God doesn't exist, they can't justify objective morality. It doesn't. I mean, you can't, because then you can't say what Hitler did was wrong. Because I mean, if you come from an evolutionary standpoint, the strong shall survive. I mean, he did the right thing. If you want to justify evolution, what I'm trying to say. So I'm saying what do Christians do when your wife is arrogant? I mean, don't marry an arrogant wife. I don't know. I mean, the Bible does talk. It said it's better to live in a desert than to share a house with an arrogant wife. But it didn't say to beat her. It's just saying, like, it also says, a good wife is worth more than gems. I mean, that's just how, it doesn't say anything to beat her. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's not a, I mean, the Bible tells you to love your wife. And it says, at the very beginning of the book, that, one man, one woman, and they become one flesh. So, I mean, that's what it says. But the thing is, by definition of truth, there has to be one truth. Okay, where does this dude at? That's my baby. So Allah created both the Bible and the thing is, the Bible and the Quran contradict itself. So Allah cannot be the same God as the God in the Bible. It literally can't be. It cannot be the same. We're talking about two different gods. It's not the same. So one has to be right. But the Quran says to look at the Bible. But the thing is, if the Quran that came 600 years after the Quran, the Quran came 600 years after the Bible and contradicts the Bible, how that literally it's just confusion. It doesn't make any sense. You can't have two contradicting things. The Bible doesn't contradict itself in any way. It's not your guy. Oh, he's freaking sitting in the corner. Oh, they got edit mode aim assist back in the game. Hold up, guys. Chat, I think they fixed it. Like, look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it was just a glitch. Let's go, man. Let's go. Bible can't be right because there's new What do you mean by new testaments? What do you mean? The Quran says to look at every book before the Quran. Well, then it's saying to look at the Bible, and the Bible, the Quran says that Jesus didn't even die on the cross. Like, what? Like, that literally contradicts the Bible itself. But the thing is, nah, you said religious. I was talking about, well, the thing is, it's not really religion. It's more like a life. Because if you look at the United States, it's founded on a Christian ideology. You know, free will. You know, freedom to do what you want to do. The laws. You know, you can't steal, can't do this. But if you look at these other countries, these Muslim countries, no, you can legally beat your wife. You can legally do all these things because that's the law they have. So whether or not people want to think politics are important, it's literally the most important thing because it guides the laws. And without a set standard, then people can do whatever they want with no consequence. But I don't know. It's one of those things I find interesting because, by definition of truth, someone has to be right. Because either what I'm saying is right or it's not. There has to be a truth. There has to be someone has to be right. And just the Quran contradicting itself multiple times. I mean, in many different ways. Ooh. I'm literally so screwed. Actually, I have 3 medkits. Oh, let me get this medi off. Dude, this zone's so far. I think I'm screwed, baby. You cannot beat your wife in Islam. Quran 434. Quran 434 says you can beat your wife if she doesn't submit to you. It's what it says. Who made the Bible? In the Bible, it said that it was written by the Holy Spirit. It's written by men guided by the Holy Spirit. So, God wrote the Bible. That's who made the Bible. Men who were guided by the Holy Spirit. So, God wrote the Bible. I mean, I can tell you who wrote the Quran, or inspired the Quran. I mean, if you just morally look at Muhammad's life, I mean, he married a 6-year-old girl. I mean, when the marriage was fully, what's it called, official, she was 9. Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl, had sex slaves, and you're gonna tell me that's truth? Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, I'm Christian, man. Do you know the name of God? Yeah, his name is Yahweh. I am. Oh, I think I got this back off in time. Oh, no. Yeah, I got a cyberpower PC. Say God told men what to say in the book. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it implies. Thing, barely got out of the zone. Yes, sir. You said, where is that written? I mean, all over the Old Testament. He said, I am. He's referred to Yahweh. I don't know, I thought I saw a big pot. Yeah, if I didn't have 3 medkits, I was actually mad Clutch got out of that zone. Solo squad leader? Shoot, man. It was done to set an example, bro, that you can marry a 9-year-old or 6-year-old. It's not all about... I mean, that's pedophilia, bro. You marry a 6-year-old girl, that's pedophilia, bro. 6? Come on, bro. 6. You can't shoot yourself. I mean, come on. Like, anybody can look at that. You can't marry a 6... They're trying to say you can, get with the girl after puberty. But I mean, she was 6. Like, come on, dude. I say, even if you're not, at least show some respect. Okay, the thing about that is when they said show. The thing is, like, I love them enough to tell them that what they're reading about is wrong. Because let me bring it this way. Actually, snipes kids loot. Because, I mean, by definition, there has to be one truth. And if I truly... Because in the Bible, you know, people who don't accept Jesus don't get into heaven. So, for me not to tell them that, I would have to hate them. For me not to tell them that. If that makes sense. Because there's just too much evidence. There's too much evidence for it to not believe it. Because, I mean, because the thing is, like, here's the thing. It's either... people who don't actually, like, genuinely do not believe it, or people who don't want it to be true. So I feel like the majority of people just don't want it to be true, rather than if it's true or not. Because the thing is, if you believe it's true, then that holds you to a higher standard. You can see where see what I'm saying with that. Because people, they don't spend any time, because they rather do what they want to do, rather than find out if it's true or not. Because I mean, to be fair, the Quran says to kill the unbelievers. I mean, I think that's pretty disrespectful. No way, dude. Oh my goodness. And then the Quran said that Jesus didn't die on the cross. I think that's disrespectful. I think Jesus was born in the Old. I mean, it wasn't born. I don't even know. It talked about Jesus in the Old Testament, also at the beginning. Dude, you broke your foot? Oh, dude. I just got surgery on my ankle, like, dude. I got surgery on my foot, like, a couple of days ago. I sprained my ankle too many times. He said heaven and hell don't exist. Well, why do you say that? Like, do you not want to? Quran never says to kill the unbelievers. Oh, man. Well, that's verse 2. Yeah, the Quran also says to fight the Christians and the Jews. Let me see. It's the Quran. See if I can find that. I see like snippets of it. See if I can find the verse. That's literally what it says. So the Quran is the final book set down to mankind. I mean, Muhammad's just a false prophet, man. I mean, sex slaves. I mean, there's no way, dude. Well, the person who put the Quran together burnt all the different doctrines. Okay, let me find this. I promise it does say to kill. I promise. Let me see. He coming out with all these articles. I'm trying to like. I will find. I'll find this. Oh, let me see if I can find this. I gotta read this. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Right. Quran 2:190, and it says, "And fight in the way of Allah those who fight you, but transgressors not the limits. Truly Allah likes not the transgressors." And it says down below it, Quran 2:192, or right above that, it says, "But if they attack you, then kill them." And it says, "But in that case, when Allah is oft forgiving," I'm trying to find exactly, "Fight them unless they fight." But in that case, I lost my spot. And that, but if they cease, then Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. And fight them until there is no more fitna, and worship is for Allah. And fight them until there is no more, and worship is for Allah. In what context does fight not mean to kill or to? It doesn't make any sense. And then Quran 2:191 says, "And kill them wherever you find them, and turn them out for where they have turned you out." It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't seem very kind to me. All I'm saying is cause the thing is, like, if what I'm saying is true, then it's the most, because the thing is, like, I think that's one of the most important questions you have to ask, like what is the purpose of life? It's either there's a purpose for life, or we're just here for no reason. But the thing is, if you're saying we're here by chance, I mean, just the scientific impossibility of everything coming from nothing just can't happen. Even that alone doesn't seem to make any sense. Even the expanding universe theory proves that the universe started from an origin. The thing is, something cannot come from nothing. It's a scientific impossibility, which proves that, it pretty much proves that God has to exist. And if God has to exist, then what God is true, and, you know, what's the purpose? That's all I'm trying to say. There has to be a purpose. That's what I'm saying. Okay, if you say they're fairy tales, then what? Why would you say that? Like, what? Because the thing is, I think the first thing to, because if you want to say that, you know, Jesus, you know, isn't the Son of God, then I think that's a fair argument to have. But because the thing is, if I'm trying to say that Jesus is the Son of God, then I have to say that, you know, that God exists, and it's pretty easy to prove that God exists. The scientific impossibility that something cannot come from nothing. So if there was just nothing in the universe, there has to be something there, because the proof of existence means that there has to be something. Something had to have just been there, had to been there from the beginning. There had to been something. That's what I'm trying to say. So do you really believe we came from monkeys? I mean, I think that's, because the thing is, even just creation itself, because I think microevolution could be true, but macro, that's just crazy. Like that's just, it doesn't. God, freaking bush. Like there's just so many whole. I mean, you have to have more faith to be an atheist than you do have to be religious. Like you have to be more faith. You have to have more faith in science than you do to actually be religious. Like you really do, because there's so many. This proof of existence is enough alone to think about like where do we? Because the thing is, how can people say there's a Big Bang, but I think that's dumb too. Because even if there was to be something that wasn't God, just something to be there, then how can that turn into anything? How can that one atom turn into two atoms, and enough to create rocks? And how can, I mean, if you just look at if the Earth were to just be a couple miles one way, a couple miles the other way, I mean we would burn to death. If you just look at, if the gravitational pull is a little bit more, we wouldn't be able to live. I mean it's just crazy. Like not only that something came from nothing, but to say that possibility is even possible. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. We cannot come from nothing. Even if you want to say that, but I think it's good accepted. Like, did we really come from something? But I mean, just even like 2 points of saying that the scientific impossibility that nothing created everything just doesn't make any sense. And also, if God didn't exist, where would morality come from? Like, what's right and wrong? Because if for there to be a wrong, there has to be a right. And who determines right? This kid is standing behind this thing. I wish I had minis. Because if people believe in a right and wrong, then who determines right? There is no objective right. It's only subjective. Because if it's only subjective and there's no purpose to life, then why not just go? Dude, this guy was really camping this room. Why not just murder everyone? Like what's the purpose? Because if evolution was true and it's the strong shall survive, then why do we care about mentally handicapped people? Why do we care about the elderly? Like why would we care? If you can see what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying God is the ultimate standard of good. Then there has to. The thing, how can Allah be God? Because Allah is not the same God from the Bible, but the Quran says to look at the Bible. That literally it doesn't make. I said there's no right and wrong. Everything is situational. Killing is right in self-defense. But then you're saying that it's right in self-defense. So what? So what's wrong? What makes that right? You're saying that's just subject. There's no right and wrong. The thing is, if there's no right and wrong, why don't we just? Well, why do we care about mentally handicapped people? Because the thing is, if evolution is true, then the weak must die for the strong to survive. That's what evolution says. And weak people, mentally handicapped, elderly, the people who can't defend themselves. So why not kill them off and save the resources for the strong people? That's what evolution says. But that's we know that we know that's not right. That's what I'm saying. That was good, George. We just know that's not morally right. So what is life after death? Well, I believe in a Christian biblical worldview. So I believe that the Bible is 100% true, because I think if you really look at the if it really boils down to it, is if Jesus rose from the dead, then that means Christianity is true. I think that's really the crux of it. If you can prove that Jesus did rise from the dead, then I think that would legitimate I can't even talk. It would make the Bible legit. And I think it's worth to look at, because if you look at Jesus' life, there's no man in history who has had a more wholesome life. There's no one in history that has had a life without, you know, any lustful thoughts. And even the people closest to him, he was flawless. There's no one in history that hasn't even come close to that. So I think it's worth looking at. And also at the same time, I don't know one person that could be crucified. And also, like, when he was on the cross, he said, you know, forgive them not, they don't know what they do. I don't know how you can live a perfect life and willingly get killed, willingly sacrifice yourself, and have no hateful thoughts to them. I don't know one person that could possibly do that. Honestly, I do like the new graphics. I think it's pretty cool. So from that perspective, from what the Bible says, I believe once you die, there's judgment. And because I believe, you know, we're full of sin, and the only way you can cleanse that sin is through Jesus. So if you don't have Jesus, then you're full of sin. You can't be in the heaven. Because the thing is, if you look at the world, it's full of wrongdoings. It's full of wrong. So if you have a perfect heaven, right? If you have a perfect heaven and you have a perfect earth, if any sin gets into it, it's just going to contaminate. I mean, you can just look at anything. I mean, if any wrong happens, it's just going to create more wrong. So the only way that you can get to heaven is through a standard of perfection. But we all know we're not perfect. So you can't... Get out of here, baby. So that's why the biblical worldview and what the Bible says is very logical. All I'm saying, dude, I would look at your religion with an open mind, because I'm very open-minded. I've done a lot of research on the things, but I fully, because the thing is, people, I feel like people, they don't want it to be true rather than it is true. Because the thing is, if it is true, that means you're accountable. You're held to a higher moral standard. If you fully believe what it says. Because if you don't, then you know, so be it. Why not just do what I want to do? I feel like that's where most people fall into. It's not that it's not true; it's that people just don't want it to be true. I mean, there's even people that would say that even if Christianity were true, they still wouldn't become a Christian. Which I think is a really good important to ask. Like, if you knew Christianity were to be true and you still wouldn't be a Christian, I mean, the problem isn't. It's not an intellectual problem. It's more of a heart problem. More like you just don't. You're not willing. So how liking the new season? Personally, favorite map? Yeah, I still really like the way the map is, because what's it called? I really do like how the I kind of wish they would have like another like mobility item. I guess you can say have like a little bit more, but I do like how it is. It's like the layout and everything. It feels like almost like how it was like in the earlier seasons, where it was a lot more just gunfight on gunfight, a lot less of like extra, you know, planes, mechs. A bunch of that extra shit is extra garbage. Dude, I'm so glad they fixed the thing and I can use my old settings. I'm hitting shots now, baby. You said I'd like to keep living. I mean, I'm not gonna blame you, because like becoming a Christian, it's inconvenient. I'm not gonna lie, it's inconvenient. It's not like, but the thing is that there'd be consequences for it though. That's the thing. Let's see where. Because I just look at society and like everyone, believes in their own truths, and people believe that everyone can be right. But the thing is, everyone can't. There only can be one right. And just looking from an objective standpoint, logically, just God has to exist. And if God does exist, then which God is the true God? And once you get to that conclusion, then you have to either say that I'm gonna just live the life I want to live because I just want to live it, even though I know it's true, or you follow through. I think that's really what it comes down to. You're saying, do I believe Jesus is real but not a Christian? Well, I think Christian is just more like a label. Because Christian really just means like follower of Christ. So it's more like living in his ways. Because he did live a perfect life. Anyone just can look at him and say like, this guy left the most like perfect, unblameful life that anyone could ever live. So Christian really just means Christ follower. But I mean, people would just put that label on because then you have like a lot of people. They just claim to get Christian. They want to have like a, Jesus get out of jail free card, where they want to claim they're Christian, but they don't really believe anything that they're saying. They're just saying it just to say it, type of thing. So I keep clicking start. It's honestly a habit. My jump. I honestly didn't even notice I was doing it. It's really just a habit. Holy Hedges? I don't think I've ever been there. I don't think I've ever been to that. You can't just, if you don't try to say if they're interested, they gotta do some Islamic research. But I think that's really good. Like, if people want to know what's true, I think they should do their own research. I think the idea should be profound. I've done plenty of research on, Christian values, where it contradicts. Honestly, I don't think the Christian Bible at all contradicts itself at all. I see the Quran does a lot. I've done a lot of research. I read a lot of verses from the Quran, and just from what I've seen, it's just a book of hate. It's a book of violence. Just Muhammad having 6 sex slaves, saying to strike your wife. I mean, I can't accept it. From a moral standpoint, just too many contradictions. It just doesn't seem to be right in those kind of ways. Do I use a new Elite controller? No, I haven't tried it out. I think the only difference was there was like an extra what's it called? Extra like grip on the back or on the thing. It wasn't like anything that different that I think. So I just use that's not shooting. I still use because they're expensive too. I got 2 Elite controllers. $150 for controllers, not cheap, man. I'm telling you. Let's go. Is that how the religion thing even happened? I was talking about some politics. Someone asked me about the I don't know, if you're not really into politics you wouldn't know, but there was a girl, I think she was like 9 or 10, maybe 12, but she was getting pushed by the DNC, the Democratic Convention, the Democratic Party, because she was speaking on climate change. And I was like, climate change doesn't exist, for these reasons. Just because I just refuse to believe. Because there's just no scientific proof that the catastrophic, events that they claim to happen would actually happen. I'm not saying that climate change wouldn't happen, but the events that they say is gonna happen because of it, I don't believe that. Ooh. And then I was talking about, I think one dude asked, why don't everyone just get along and work together? Because I was talking about the foreign countries are the one producing all this mass pollution, because they don't have regulations. That's why they have mass pollution and stuff like that. I said if we need fixing, it would be them. And then some guy asked why don't there just be like mass cooperation? Everyone work together. But I was like, you just can't, because you have other countries have different cultures and different beliefs. So it wouldn't work. You can't have different cultures. They'd have to adopt the same culture, because I was using an example of these Muslim countries, believing in Sharia law, and a country that believes that you can beat your wife. I mean, how can you morally cooperate with that country? Because they have completely different belief systems, is what I'm trying to say. So on a mass scale, I think if everyone worked together, it'd be really well. But the thing is, I just don't think it's possible without someone having a shared common belief. It's just not possible. So, and then I was talking about why I think God has to exist and why I think Christianity is true. Because by definition of truth, there has to be one truth. Either what I'm saying is right or it's wrong. I think everyone would agree with that. I mean, if someone wants to say that you can have multiple truths, I mean, I think that's just... I think that's ignorant. Because someone has to be right. At the end of the day, someone has to be right. Is it a different type of Christian? Well, there's a lot of different denominations. I guess what you mean. Yeah, there's a lot of denominations, but the thing is, you have the Bible, and you want to do what's most biblical, I guess you could say. And there's just like some denominations that just have like stuff that's just not biblical. Here's a Renegade Raider. Like the Catholic Church, I mean, they just like they pray to Mary and stuff. It's just not biblical. It's just like stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of denominations in Christianity, but like I said, there's only one truth. Someone has to be right, someone has to be wrong. You say religion's fake. I mean, I respect that. But the thing, if you look from like an objective perspective, does God exist? I mean, you'd have to have crazy evidence to say he doesn't. I think there's way more evidence proving that God does exist than he doesn't exist. And if he does exist, what God is the true God is what I'm trying to say. Man, I can't freaking... Dude's being me. So then you have to come to your own conclusion. Is either one religion right or none of them right? Is there, something that's not? And then, what evidence do you have to back that up? So I think it all comes down to, like, does God exist or does he not? And if he does, then what religion is true? Who's right? Bro, why is this kid running into the zone? Oh my goodness, dude. Dude, I kind of wish they put jump pads in the game. Dude, I really... Yeah, I think Epic's gonna put like mobility. Like I'm just stuck in the zone, man. Like I literally can't jump, can't. I think that's really the most important thing in this game. It's just like rotating. I can't do anything. No religion's just faith. But I mean it's both ways. I mean if you believe that God doesn't exist, I mean that's faith. That's faith. Catholic. I think what the Catholic doctrine, like the Catholic Church pushes, is completely it's fake. You said you're Catholic, but the thing is, like, okay, the reason why I say Catholicism, that's what Catholic, is wrong. It's because there's a lot of things that's not biblical. Like they say that you can only get saved through the Catholic Church. And that you're not good enough to talk to God. You're not good enough to talk to Jesus. So you have to go to a priest in order, to confess your sins. And then they don't. I don't even think they pray to Jesus. They pray to Mary, which it doesn't make any sense. Then you'd have to say that Jesus isn't enough. That you need something more than that. But the Bible teaches that Jesus is enough. He said on the cross, it is finished. So that doesn't make any sense to me. And you know, and the thing about purgatory, that doesn't even exist. Like, no verse in the Bible talks about purgatory. Not a single one. The reason why it was a thing is because I think it was like the fourth pope, you know, back in the 12th century, said, you know, purgatory existed, and Catholics believe that the pope is, you know, the right hand of God, and only them can determine the Bible. So if you have so I mean, like, the thing is, why even read the Bible if the only thing you can look to is the Catholic Church, because only they can interpret the Bible. So why even read it? So that's why I think Catholicism is wrong. Catholic Church is real. Everything's real until you prove it's. I mean, you say the Catholic Church until you prove it's not. I mean, because the thing is, we would all agree, or at least you would agree with me, that the Bible is the Word of God. But the thing is, if you read the Bible, where in the Bible does it talk about purgatory? Where in the Bible does it talk about having an authoritative, you know, pope that can determine the Bible for everyone? There's no verse that talks about that. So it's literally it's made for control. There's no. What I'm saying is, the things they push. They pray to Mary. Who did that? Where in the Bible do they pray to Mary? She has nothing to do with. She gave birth to Jesus. That's it. There's nothing. There's nothing else to about that. I'm not. I mean, there's probably a lot of. I think the Catholic Church got led astray. That's what I'm trying to say. Edit. What is your edit time? I put it all the way down, man. All the way down. Always keep that on the low. Think purgatory could just be Earth? Well, that's an interesting concept, I guess you can say. But I mean, Genesis 1:1, you know, God created the heavens and the earth. So, I mean, He created an earth. He didn't really refer to it as purgatory. But the thing is, that's not what they believe. They believe that there's a purgatory after death, and that's why they have, like, I think it's like communion or something, like at funerals. And if they pray enough to their, you know, to the deceased, that they can, you know, win favor and get out of purgatory. So it's just like, it doesn't. Because I mean, the Bible says you die once and then there's judgment. There's no, you know, purgatory. You know, you have to wait it out. Because the thing is, if that's true, if you could just, you know, wait it out, then why not live a life of doing what you want to do, and at the end of your life, you know, just have purgatory? I mean, then, you know, what's the point of living a life pleasing to your beliefs? You know, why not just go to, you know, why not just go party every weekend and then on Sunday go confess your sins, and, you know, you're saved? I think that's ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. You say, I don't know anything about religion, but I believe Christ is God. The thing is, it's not really about religion. It's about because if you believe, because you have all these like, you know, branches of religion, or not really religion. Oh, I'm back, baby. More branches off, like, because if you just look at Catholic history, I mean, it's just like so you have Roman Catholic at the top, and then you have branch off. You have, I couldn't name it off the top of my head, but basically there was one denomination that came from the Roman Catholic, is because this guy wanted to divorce his wife, but you can't do that, so he made his own denomination where he could, and it's just like, it's a disaster. Like, you have to just the best way to go back is you just go back to, well, you know, what does the Bible say? Because they all believe the Bible is the Word of God, but they're interpreting it in many different ways, and some of it just doesn't make any sense. People just have wrongful interpretations that just don't align. That's what I'm trying to say. I said, yeah, bro, people can just make it up. That's what I'm saying. There has to be a one standard. Otherwise, people can just say it means what they want to say. And that's the problem I have with Catholicism and the Roman Catholic Church is, you know, what if they wanted to say something? Then you have no influence. You have to listen to the Catholic Church. So you can't make that decision for yourself, because, you know, why even read the Bible? Because the church does it for you. So that's my problem. They basically tell you not to read the Bible because only they can interpret it. So what's the point of reading the Bible? You're wasting your time. So it just can't be right, because it just doesn't make sense. Peace out, Mike. I'm about to make a what's it called? A settings video tomorrow. Said if you want to apply this for your settings and keep doing, you're not really. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like saying you love your dad, but then you continue to disrespect him every day. You don't. It just doesn't. It does. It's not illogical. This is, when you accept Christ, you're born again. So you have a new heart, you have a new mind. So you can't. So if you really truly believe what you believe, you're gonna have a different mind. You're not gonna do the same things you once did. So that's why, and the Bible also talks about you can, a good tree doesn't bear bad fruit, and a bad tree doesn't bear. I mean, if someone could say whatever they want, but if you look at their actions and you clearly see that they live a life that's opposite to what they say they do, I mean, you can just look at that and like, okay, you're lying. I mean, you're lying through your teeth, mate. So that's what I'm saying. Peace out, Mike. I remember once I did football. What's it called? Yeah, I remember I signed up for football, but they were trying to make me wear a cup. Well, you put it over your peen, and it was the most uncomfortable. It was, oh no, dude. I couldn't even make it a game. I quit. They made me do it. It just was so bad. They say, why am I talking about? They say, people don't think hell is real. I don't. But why do you sell? If you sell on the freshman team? I remember the football games at high school, dude. They're so much more lit. Like, so you probably be on JV, but at the varsity games, like at our school, man, they were fire. You say there is no hell. Like, why do you say that? Said non-Muslims. I mean, you said non-Muslims are going to hell in the day of judgment. I mean, by your own doctrine, how is that true? Because by your own doctrine, you can only get to heaven if your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds. Unless I'm missing something. But the thing is, then no Muslim has certainty that they're going to heaven because their good deeds have to outweigh their bad deeds. I mean, you can't even say that for yourself. There's no the thing is, the Bible says God is not a God of confusion. There's no confusion. If you don't even know if you're going to heaven or not, and good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, that's confusion. That's straight. That's why you have these suicide bombers, because they believe they're going to get a straight gateway to heaven if they do it, and they give them certainty. But the thing is, it's just false. Not true. So the most important story in the Bible is Genesis? I think they're all important. All of them. The thing is, they all, like, the Bible has unity. Everything aligns. Like every aspect. Oh, my controller died. Oh, frick. Frick. Oh, but you say you donated? I don't think it came through. I don't see. I didn't say any super chat. That's something you were for. In Christianity, righteousness. Well, not righteousness. It's salvation. I get. Yeah, salvation. Because the Bible says there's no good people. Oh, dude, frick. Dude, I literally just got cucked so bad. I had to pull the batteries out of my controller. No. Dude, I didn't even know my batteries are low, man. That's unfortunate there. That's funny. You said you can't just believe in Jesus and think you're going to heaven. I mean, that's what the Bible says. The Bible says you cannot get to the Father except through me. So I mean, you'd have to say that the Bible isn't right. If you said Jesus, you can't get to heaven through Jesus, then you're saying that the Bible isn't right. But the Quran says to look at the Bible. That doesn't. How How, brother? You should be taught not to discriminate against other religions. At the end of the day, it's a person's right to pick what they want to believe, but still accept that there's only one ending. No, I agree with that. But the thing is, I don't know what you mean by discriminate. Because you say, I mean, yeah, you have the right to pick. I mean, you can believe it or not. The thing is, either I'm right or either I'm right or wrong. Either they're right or wrong. The thing is, someone has to be right. But if I truly believe in what I believe, then I'm going to tell them. It's not discriminating. If I say Muhammad had sex slaves or Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl, and it's true, that's not discrimination. That actually happened. It's not discrimination. If it sounds bad, it's not discrimination. It's true. If it's true, it's not discrimination. Quran 4:34 says to strike your wife. It's what it's. I'm not discriminating. I'm reading from the Quran. I'm not discriminating. No, you can only get to heaven through. Because the thing is, if I'm right, then that means what I'm saying, or that means that Christianity is the most important thing in your life. If what I'm saying is true, that's the most important thing. So what are your good deeds? The Bible says there's no good people. You can't good deeds. There is no good deeds. You can't. The Bible says there is no good people, and you can't get to heaven through works so that no man can boast. I mean, that's what the Bible says. You can't. You can't do enough. The thing is, if you say you good deeds get to heaven, then how many good deeds do I have to do? What do I have to do? It's about what you believe. It's the religion you choose. The thing is, there's only one truth. It's not just you can believe whatever you want to believe, and we're all get to the same place. It's not. I said, what if you believe in the wrong thing and you die not knowing that it's messed up? Okay, well, the Bible says if you search for God, you'll find Him. The thing is, I mean, do you want to know if it's true? The thing is, do you want to know? Like, would you want to know that it's true? Is what I'm trying to say. Because if you really want to know, you can find God. You can find the truth if you really want it. If you really want it that bad, if you really want to know the truth that bad, you can find it. I'm not saying it's just going to be easy for you. I mean, it's not going to just pop up. But if you really dive down deep, I think you'll find it. If you really do want to find it. That's what I'm trying to say. If you believe and live a good life, God will accept you into heaven. The thing is, who are you to say that? So you're gonna go to God and say, I did this, and this. I deserve heaven. But the thing is, okay, here's an example. People, because everyone wants to go to heaven, but people don't want to do what they have to. Because here's the thing, the severity of, because people don't really understand how bad sin is, right? So sin is, I guess you can say, a violation of God's law. I guess you can, that's the definition of sin, I guess I would say. So, wrongdoing of God's law. But the thing is, God is perfect. God is completely flawless, right? There's no flaw. But then you have to see, and then also you have to see that if God created us, then he's the top guy. So you would have to, the severity of a punishment depends on who it's against, right? So if you punch your brother, you're probably not going to get in trouble. You just punch your brother. But if you punch your mom, then it gets a little bit more serious. I mean, if you punch an officer, it gets even more serious. But if you punch, you try to punch the president of the United States, then you're going to be in some serious trouble. So what you do depends on who you're doing it against, is what I'm trying to say. So you can say, you do, this and it seems small, but the thing is, you're doing it against a holy and just God. So you have to realize that you're doing something against the highest position possible. So the severity of that decision is going to be even higher, is what I'm trying to say. And you don't know who is the real God. It's just a belief. Well, I mean, the thing is, God isn't a God of confusion. I mean, people don't want to look. I mean, I do. I've looked at all these religions. I've looked at Jehovah's Witness, and I've looked at this, and that. It just makes sense. So the thing is, you have to. I think the first thing you have to assume that the first thing you have to find out is if God exists. So if God does exist, then what is the true God? And even just from a moral perspective, I mean, I think Islam can just be ruled out from a moral perspective. I mean, there's a lot more arguments you can get into. I mean, a lot of people that are smarter than me that can, debate it. But I mean, you should just look at debates of people who, the smartest people who debate atheism, who debate Christianity, and just see what what their points are on what they have to say. So I think. Beat up the president? Yeah, dude, you get some serious trouble, bro. So what religion I am? I mean, I don't really like to say it. I mean, I guess you can call me a Christian, but follower of Christ. I think that's a better word. Because I think nowadays, you have people say like they don't go to church because Christians are judgmental, Christians are fake, or whatever they say. But the thing is, you can tell. You can actually hide in freaking. You can tell what they believe by their actions. Is what I'm trying to say. You can tell someone by their fruits. So if someone says they're a Christian, and they disrespect everything, and they say some stuff. I mean, like if someone like really acts completely out of what they say they do, you can say you love someone as much as you want, but if you beat them up, do you really love them? So I'm trying to, if you say you're a Christian, but you disrespect the religion, you don't follow what Christ does, then you really don't love Christ. Then you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if there's a creation, there's got to be a creator. I mean, in the book of Romans, the Bible talks about how creation is proof of God's existence, so that no man is without excuse. So his existence itself proves that there has to be a creator. I mean, the scientific impossibility that something came from nothing. Not even that something came from nothing, that everything that we have here today came from nothing. I think it's just absurd. Oh my goodness, brother. Dude, this kid's a tryhard, bro. Oh my. Dude, I'm telling you, these pumps now, after they nerfed it, I'm hitting 20s, bro. Oh my. I'm literally smacking 20 bombs, bro. 20, 23, 20. These pumps are busted, I'm telling you, bro. I disagree with you. Say you can tell what religion. No, you can't tell what religion. I'm saying you can't tell. You can tell. You can tell if someone truly believes what they say based on their actions. So like for example, if you say you love your mom, but every day you're swearing at her, do you truly love your mom? Like, no, you don't. Of course not, because you can tell. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Appreciate it, Tech. God bless you too, brother. I'm preaching, baby. Out here preaching. Preaching the word of God, baby. Because the thing is, if what I'm saying is true, then it's the most important thing in the universe. Like, it's the most important thing. Either what I'm saying is the most important thing, or it's nothing. And I have very good reason to convince that it's truthful. I very, very good evidence to prove. That's right. Pastor Young, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So who brought this up? It came. Some dude, or someone asked about this one girl about climate change. She's like some 12-year-old girl. You guys gotta hear it. I mean, she is like crying. She's like, the world's getting in 9 years, and she's like, I should be in school right now, but not. I have to sit here talking about global warming, and like this girl was deep, bro. she I don't know who. I don't know, man. Freaking hey, I don't know, man. And then it came to, and then I was just talking about, just talking about climate change, and I was talking about these cultures in the East where they they just pollute, go crazy with the the natural resources, and they don't have no regulations. And there's even areas in that in those regions where you can't even stand there, bro. Like the radiation is so high from all the way they dig up the resources. The radiation so high you can't even live there. So if you want to talk about climate change and fixing pollution, you got to talk about these other countries that are making it worse. I mean, I don't know the exact percentage. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the U.S. like percent wise, I'm talking about pollution, is like I don't know. I'm not gonna say the percent because I don't really know, but it's like minuscule. It's like nothing. It's like it's a joke to say that if we change to electric cars, if we do anything that's gonna do anything. Like it's just a joke to say that if we do anything that's gonna affect pollution, climate change. And then I was talking about these other countries, and then I was talking about, and someone was talking about why don't everyone cooperate? Maybe don't all get along. But the thing is, we can't all get along. Everyone has a different. Because the thing is, everyone has their worldview. Not everyone believes in a Christian worldview. See, the U.S. and Canada was based on a Christian worldview. Like you have the freedom to the freedom of speech, freedom to do whatever you want. As long as it goes with the law, as long as it's not like stealing or anything that's wrong with the law. You're allowed to do. But I think these other countries they have like Sharia law, and they have a culture that we would find unmoral or unjust. So how can we cooperate if they believe in certain things? I was talking about Quran 4:34 when it says to beat your wife. That it's just gonna be so hard to cooperate with these countries on like a get nice level like that. It doesn't work. It's gonna be very difficult. So you have to be stern with it. It's just not. You can't go in there with rainbows and ponies to, I would like to say, terrorist countries. I mean, they do these crazy acts that are just completely immoral. And I saw this one article. It was kind of crazy. It was an article of this it was like this leftist girl and this guy, and they went around I think they were going around these countries like Iran, Afghanistan, and they were trying to prove that everyone was all loving, and that the media gives a false representation of these countries, right? And they go over to Iran. Within a week, they got put in jail. I don't know if they recorded it, but they got put in jail for going to these countries because they don't have the same culture, the same beliefs. So you don't have the same freedoms in America. Like the reason I'm allowed to talk about my religion is because of politics. And the thing is, they're trying to get shut down. I mean, you look in Canada, you have street preachers going to jail for what they believe because they call it hate speech. Because if I say homosexuality is a sin, people are like, oh, that's hate speech. You can't say that. The thing is, it's just my opinion. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to agree or disagree. But people are going to call it hate speech. And the thing is, with hate speech, is they want to shut me down. Like, they want to prevent me from saying that. And that's where the issue lies. Like, you just don't really have a... I don't know what I'm saying, dude. What's my thought on communism? I mean, that's literally... I mean, it's like... Communism is literal... It's just theft. And a country would fall apart. Because the thing is, why would I work hard if everything was going to be taken from me? If there's equal distribution of wealth, why try hard? Why work? What's the point of me spending 12 hours a day grinding, whatever, if I'm my business or if I want to grind, if I want to try to, drive the car that I want to drive, if I want to try to, live in the house I want to live in, and I'm working, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, what's the point of trying to do that if everything's going to get taken from me and I have equal distribution and if I have equal wealth to the guy who doesn't do anything and sits on his bum all day? Like, it's just, it won't work. People are going to quit. I mean, you see this now with the birth rates and fertility rates of the Western world. Men are dropping out of marriage. We're saying screw it. I mean, we see the laws. If you look at Denmark, I think statistics show that 80% of men aren't even in the dating market. Because if you get a girl pregnant in there, you have child support for life. I mean, you have just like, it's crazy. If the woman wants to divorce you, I mean, the worst thing that ever happened for divorces is no-fault divorce. So if someone wants to leave, they can just leave. And especially for the woman's case in the gynocentric system that we have, they can literally just no-fault divorce, leave, take half of your money, suck you dry for alimony and child support. And men are waking up to this and saying that it's screwed up. There's no benefit for men. Like, if you look at it, there's no benefit for men to get married other than kids. If you take kids out of it, there's no benefit. It's just a major risk. And people are seeing the same thing with communism. There's just why go through all this effort? Why try to do all this thing if I'm just gonna get screwed? I'm gonna have no benefit. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's kind of useless. Billion pre-chab or post-chab. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not educated on that. I'm not sure exactly. What grade am I in? I just graduated high school last year. Was that 4 months ago? It's actually kind of crazy. It's been I graduated in June, right? June, July, August, September, October. I graduated literally 4 months ago on the 15th. Oh, let me get some water. Ooh. So am I going to college? Absolutely not, dude. I think college is trash. College is garbage. I mean, it's just full of a bunch of leftists. I mean, like, literally, like, college is a scam. Like, if you just look at the underemployment rate, if you just look at, they literally don't even pay taxes. You know, if they have a music event, football game, they don't pay taxes on any of that money. They don't pay money on the money that you give them. I mean, these colleges are just, they're balling in dough. I mean, they're just building, you know, $100 million stadiums, like, just for fun. Like, it's just play money. The thing is, what you see is the rise in tuition. So you have the cost of college going up, but the results from college are going down. Less people are getting jobs, but it's getting more expensive. So I think college, you have to do if you want to become a doctor, lawyer, and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as college, like, my sister's a private. She's 24. She's about to get her second degree. And I mean, and she's still, like, is barely making it by. I mean, she would literally be drowning if it wasn't for my dad paying for her college. And I mean, that's just, like, the most modern, you know, people are going through. They're going to college where they clearly, I mean, you know, 6 figures in college debt, $40,000, $50,000 in debt, and they're not finding jobs. I mean, because what happens is people go to college, they're promised a job. They promise if they go to college, they're gonna be successful. I mean, like, when I told people I wasn't going to college, I mean, people looked at me weird, like, oh, you're not going to college? Like, that's like, what are you doing? Like, people, you know, like, you want to have a backup plan. The thing is, college has just been proven not to work. Like, I mean, you see people making, you know, engineering degrees, stuff like that, with an underemployment rate of 30% coming out of college. So 30% of the people with degrees coming out of college don't even have a job in that field, and they're already 6 figures in debt. So I mean, like, you know, what if they don't find a job for 3 years? What if they can't even find a job in their major and they're 6 figures in debt? You're not coming out of 6 figures, not till you're 45. So college can work for some people, but the majority of people, I mean, they just need to stop going to college. I mean, it's just like, most people don't pay off their debt till, like, mid-30s. I mean, you want to be in debt till mid-30? That's crazy. I'm not saying to go to college or not to go to college, but I think you should make an educated decision based on the amount of money it would cost. What are the chances of you finding a job out of college, like, from a realistic standpoint? Like, is the job rate going up, or what it is? I'm 18. Appreciate it, brother. So what's your degrees in? She got a degree. First degree was in kinesiology. It's like movement of the body. And then she's getting another degree, her master's, so like another 2 years for, I think it's called exercise science. It was her 2 degrees. Yeah, I still live with my parents. I'm 18, man. I'm not gonna move out for a long time, dude. I'm just gonna stack everything I got. I think I was gonna go into real estate, but I think with my income right now, it's just not consistent. Like, I can make a lot of money, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna go invest in some, put like a Roth IRA, maybe some index funds. That's what I'm looking to do probably, and just, like, stack up for like 10 years or so. There's no point of going. I mean, I can afford it. I mean, if I want to live on my own, I can do it right now. But financially, it's just like, it's just not smart. Like, I can, but it's just. I mean, what's the point? I'm just gonna lose money. I gotta, you know, spend the time going to the grocery store. I'm on, am I Canadian? No, I'm from Virginia. It's like right below the capital. Appreciate it, bro. It says stream more many spots, straight fact, dude. Straight facts, baby. Yeah, dude, it's so weird. I haven't been able to make content. What's it called? I haven't been able to make content in like 3 days. Fortnite had the like black hole thing. Fortnite was down for a couple of days. It was weird. Like I was just like sitting around playing some 2K. Couldn't really go outside because my foot, dude. My foot's still bothering me. Like it doesn't like hurt from like the surgery, but like my toes, I keep like losing circulation in my toes. Like that alone's kind of annoying. I get it off in like a week and a half though. I'll start be able to walk again. Can't run or do anything for like 6 weeks, but can't wait till I get surgery done. I just sprained my ankle too many times. It's like the problem was. Because like usually your ankle can recover after sprains, and most people can. But if you sprain it like so many times, I mean, like at a certain point, your ligaments don't repair as good as they need to. Oh, dude, I should got the air trap off. Let's go, baby. Get a little bit of a try hard. I really gotta remember to rotate fast because I have no. There's no more launch pads in the game. I feel like they need to put them back in the game. There needs to be something. You're from North Carolina? That's what's up. What's it called? My grandparents live there. Yeah, I live in Virginia. You say you live in Richmond? That's the thing about Richmond is it's kind of like 50-50. I feel like there's a lot of parts of Richmond that are kind of on the ghetto side, I guess you could say. The not so nice parts. I think I know someone that lives down there. It's like an hour away from where I live. Yeah, so if I went to college, what would I study? To be honest, dude, I don't even know, man. Cause like I worked a job where I don't like working for other people. Not that it's bad, just not a fan of it. The thing is, at work, I think now, just because like I've done a lot of social media type of stuff, I would go for a marketing. Not like I wouldn't go to college for a marketing degree, but I would find a marketing job. This thing is like, I already have experience. Like, why do I need a marketing degree? I mean, it's just like useless. Like I know more about marketing than people who come out of college with a degree do, because like I have results. And, you know, jobs are going to take someone with results over someone who has a, you know, piece of paper that says, hey, I went to college. And then people say, I can't get, what's it called? It's below me. Like, well, like, I can't get experience without a degree. That's just not true. For a lot of cases. Where does it get dropped to? Oh yeah, after this gunfight, I literally cannot feel my toes. I need to... We're just looking at each other for a minute. Let me grab this, Okay, I gotta move my toe. I literally, like, my toe is, like, changing colors, baby. Do I watch LA? Dude, I haven't watched LA in so long, man. If you weren't doing YouTube, what would you do? Dude, I don't even know, man. TBH, I don't know. Probably not college. I kind of already decided. Even before YouTube, I was like, I don't want to do college. College is trash. I don't want to go. I'd rather make $23,000 a year doing what I want to do than having some bum job. Like, I ain't trying to impress nobody. I mean, people really do it for the wrong reasons. People get money for the wrong reasons, I think. My foot still. Oh my goodness. Because I think what's the point of having 6 figures a year, than having like Like, what's the point of having 6 figures versus like 60,000 a year? The only difference is maybe a little bit. No, screw you, kid. It's maybe like a little bit nicer car and a little bit nicer house. Like, what quality of life do you get better by making that kind of money? Like, there comes to a certain point with money where you just like, it's just for like extra stuff. Like, you don't actually need that kind of money, if that makes sense. So what's the point of going for that type of money when you don't really need it? It's just more like extra fluff. Maybe you drive a little bit nicer car, a little bit nicer house. You're not really struggling. You're not stressed by anything. So like, what's the point of trying to get that kind of money? That's my view of money. Do what you want to do for work. Who cares about the paycheck? Because the paycheck will come. Shoot, in 10 years from YouTube, I feel like I definitely could make 6 figures. Easily. Consistently. 10 years? That'd be good. Not right now, but... Yeah. I'm trying to adjust my foot. You think keyboard and mouse on console is cheap? It's like something poking down on my toe. So you don't think college is bad? You think it's not for everyone? You think about why you want to go to college and what you're doing there afterwards? Yeah, I think that's really important. I think that's a good assumption. See, I personally, I would say college is bad, not from a like your perspective of going to college for a job. I think college is bad because I think it's a screwed business, and I think it takes advantage of people using a fear factor. If you don't go to college, you're not going to be successful. I think that marketing strategy is completely evil. I think it's statistically not true because 2/3 of the debt of the student loan debt is held by women. And then you have women who graduate college more than men, but also at the same time men are making more. So that just it just shows you that women are going to college more than men, but men are still making more, which goes to show that having a college degree doesn't automatically make you more money. But I think people are just getting screwed. No, I'm not in BH anymore, brother. Pop that kid, baby. I think college is just like a really messed up business. Ooh. That takes advantage of people. It promises a dream that... Bro, I was like right when I... Haha, got him off guard, baby. Yeah, I'll make a settings video tomorrow for sure. I'll make myself a settings video tomorrow. Get better for young, dude. I need it. Like the circulation in my foot is just like, oh man. Where's this kid at? He's above me. Oh, there he is. 1v1, baby. Come on. It's a dub right here. They took out campfires too. I think this kid's just above me with a pop. Yes sir. Let's go chat, baby. So you could Fortnite, dude. I don't blame you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Think consoles are the main concern for Epic? What do you mean? What do you mean? Start chilling in the live just chatting. I feel you, man. Always a good time to chill, baby. What we got in the shop? We got a new item shop, baby. Let's see what we got. We got shop. We got. Not bad, not bad. This one got earrings. Mmm. Oh, your boy need to stretch his foot. Where's my video? What do you mean? What do you mean, guys? There you go. It's so weird. I have to like lift up my foot a little bit, and then like the circulation goes back. I change the skin. Run it back. Feels good to actually take a W. It's like a Nog Ops, man. I'm feeling a Nog Ops. I don't know. So excited is because it's brand new, but do you think it would have the same excitement for season 10 on this map? Well, I think the main killer for season 10 was the mechs. I mean, if I'm being honest, man, it was the mechs that killed it. It wasn't necessarily like a. Trying to feel my toes. I feel my outer toes, but my inner toes I can't feel. I literally can't feel my toe. But I think it's more like the update rather than what's in. So I don't think it really matters. I mean, people don't like Fortnite regardless, but people really care about the changes. I think the mech is what people didn't like about season 10. I don't think it had to do with the map. But if they had the mech in this, I mean, it'd probably be the same result. People would just. Okay, my foot's going numb. Hold up. Why can I not feel my foot? Am I gonna elevate? Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Alright, let's elevate it a little bit. Alright, I think that's better. And that could have been the main reason. So my friends with BH Woods. I don't really talk to him. I mean, like, we're chill, I guess. We're cool. I hate skill-based matchmaking too, brother. I am with you. Well, that's part of my foot keeps hurting. I don't even know if I'm mad at it anymore. I don't play with them. Dude, I just wish I could feel my feet, dude. This is like so like aggravating that I just can't feel my toes. It just like it hurts. Like my ankle doesn't hurt, I just can't feel my toes. Yikes, man. Alright, this might be a little better. I'll play a couple more games. I'll work on my next video. I'm gonna drop my settings. If you guys want to check out my settings video, make sure you guys slap on those notifications. I think Fortnite is a good state. I think it's in a good state right now. For the most part. I mean, there's still a couple of things I wish they would fix, but for the most part, I think it's good. Most part. Another thing I fixed is FPS drop. This FPS is terrible, man. That's a big yikes. The FPS, man. FPS is a big yikes. Dude, my foot. Bob Marley. Great musician. Like meme strats. Dude, Fortnite funny. Because I don't know how to get that kind of content. TBH. After this game, I'm gonna see if I can fix this brace, dude. My ankle. Or my toes. I love it. No circulation. No sort of circulation in those things. Ooh, ouch. Have you broken a controller yet? Yeah, I've broken... Not like I threw and it broke, but like... My thumbsticks would get all jacked up and stuff. Broken its own, I guess you can say. I mean, I dropped it too many times. I guess. Oh, I'm dead, baby. Caught him looking, but he didn't know where I was. I kind of like the XP thing. I think that's pretty cool. Nick Wall sucked on his toes. Yes, sir. Haha, shut on him, baby. Who do you think best Fortnite players right now? Gee, I don't keep up with players, to be honest. I would know. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, dude, this is bad. I shouldn't. My toes are literally going numb on me. Big yikes. Oof. What if I like lift my foot up? Okay, you can't really see the position I'm in, but this is some awkward. I got like one leg up on my desk. I'm like sideways to my monitor. High IQ, baby. That's one of my thoughts on vaulting so many items into guns and vaulting. I never did EJ dashes. I never did them. I never did any, to be honest. Send my sleep, keep the good work. Don't stop believing. Yes, sir, dude. Alright, man. I'll catch you later. Low-key, I'm waiting for Fortnite to update. Yeah, I'm really waiting for these frames. This is the thing that's killing me. I think the game itself, the big problem I have is no edit mode aim assist, but I guess it was a glitch and it was fixed. But I just hate how the new aim assist is in. I mean, it's whatever. I just gotta get used to it, I guess. But it's not as good as the other one. But what can you do about it? As far as the game, I feel like it's in a pretty good state. Like, I don't really... The thing is, I don't know how the player-based matchmaking is, because... I don't know if they're still in the game, because, I mean, you see in the bottom, like, when people get kills, you can see their level. And things I don't know. If there still is, it's kind of whack, because I don't want to face tryhards all the time. But it's based on level, I need to limit how much I play, so I don't keep playing a bunch of freaking tryhards every day. Make a couple counts, I guess. I don't know. Oh, anyway. Let's go, baby. I'm getting shot at. Oh. So when you do a face roll, I don't know if I don't know. I haven't decided if I'll end up leaking the goods, I guess you could say. Oh, I'm really just like an average looking. I'm literally just like some average looking guy. Nothing special. About as average as you can think of a white boy. That's probably what you're gonna get. Oh, I was out of math, dude. Oh my goodness. Alright, GG's. I'm gonna try to fix my toes are like ice cold, baby. I can't feel them. I think Arena fixed a problem. Try harder in pubs. That's what I'm saying. Like, if people want to like go against tryhards, they should just play Arena. I mean, a lot of people play Arena. There's a lot of people. Favorite season? Whenever the Siphon was in the game, was that 6? 7? 6? It might have been 7 when they put that in the game. That was my favorite season. I freaking loved it. For sure. Alright, peace out, Lee. Control ASMR. Dude, that would be... Control ASMR right there. Younghumor ASMR channel. Oh no. Alright guys, I'm probably head out and grab some food, some water, chill for a little bit, work on my next video. But if you guys want to check out my I'm dropping a settings video tomorrow. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys slap on those notifications. I post around like 4:15 EST, Eastern Standard. So I'm gonna drop a settings video tomorrow on everything that I got. Might play around with a little bit. Maybe I might try tweak a few things here and there. I don't know. Well, I'll have my updated settings video tomorrow if you guys want to check it out. But I appreciate you guys who are watching the stream. Appreciate you guys who came by. But I'm going to go head out. Alright, catch you later, guys. Peace.